International conventions like the UN CAC and OECD have set the stage for a global fight against corruption. They establish broad norms that criminalize bribery, both domestic and foreign, and tackle serious offenses like embezzlement. These conventions also encourage countries to outlaw illicit enrichment and abuse of office, which are critical steps in promoting integrity in governance. One of the key mandates from these conventions is asset recovery and international cooperation. This means that countries are not just left to fend for themselves. They are encouraged to work together to recover stolen assets and hold corrupt officials accountable. When we look at the core offenses defined in most national laws, we see a consistent pattern. Bribery, both active and passive, is at the forefront, along with influence peddling and embezzlement. Some jurisdictions also address trading influence and illicit enrichment, where those laws exist. Now, enforcement is where the rubber meets the road. It typically involves police, prosecutors, and often specialized agencies or courts dedicated to tackling corruption. Best practices suggest that having an independent anti-corruption agency or prosecutor can make a significant difference. Coordination across institutions is vital for effective enforcement. Penalties for corruption can be severe. We're talking about years of imprisonment, hefty fines, asset forfeiture, and sometimes even debarment from public office or loss of political rights. But it's not just about punishment. Effective enforcement also hinges on witness protection and robust procedural tools to ensure that those who come forward to testify are safe and supported. There's also a fascinating variation in how different legal systems approach corruption. In common law countries, corruption might be criminalized under general statutes, often supplemented by specific acts like the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act or the UK Bribery Act. In contrast, civil law countries tend to enumerate offenses explicitly in their legal codes. Developing nations are increasingly aligning their laws with the standards set by UNTC and OECD, but the capacity for enforcement can vary widely. Some countries may have the laws on the books, but without the resources or infrastructure to enforce them, those laws can become little more than words on a page. Institutional features play a crucial role in the fight against corruption. Whistleblower protection is essential. Without it, individuals may be too afraid to come forward. Asset declaration regimes help ensure transparency, while public procurement transparency can prevent corrupt practices from taking root. Civil society vigilance is also vital. An engaged and informed public can hold officials accountable. Finally, periodic peer reviews, like the UNCAC self and peer review processes and OECD Phase 4 evaluations, are instrumental in driving reforms. They create a framework for accountability and encourage countries to continuously improve their anti-corruption measures. In summary, the fight against corruption is multifaceted, involving international cooperation, robust enforcement mechanisms, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. It's a complex landscape, but with the right tools and determination, progress is not just possible, it's essential.